Okay, this will be an interesting one, a bit challenging. I don't know how this one's going to look. Going to leave it on 100. Now I can hear the cicadas ramping up. And we don't want that. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here another one of these so-called 10 magazines. I don't know why they call it 10. Oh, whatever. Perfect 10. Perfect my ass. Silly rich people's shit. It's bloody heavy, folks. It's going to be a challenging one to slip and slide, this one. I don't know how I'm going to do it, folks. Here's a tricky one. Tiffany & Co. on the back. Rich people's shit. Boutique. Anyway, that looks interesting. She looks interesting like that. Not what I'm after though. Maybe it could be used. I'm thinking taking that section, but then I can try a better one. Try and put her back on the glass again. 10 magazine. So we're just going to put her on the glass. Anyway, again it looks shit house. Maybe that blue sky has turned to brown, which looks ugly. So it's called 10. I wonder why they call it 10. It's a silly name. I'm going to put her in the frame, back in the frame, and we're just going to slip and slide it around. Yeah, that looks interesting. That bit there looks quite interesting, and there's the face. But it's not what I'm after. I like the face, the way that's become the way that it's become. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use this face. We're going to enlarge it big. I'm going to try something funny. I don't know how this is going to work, to be honest, folks. I'm just going to put that there. 10 magazine. When I think of 10, I think of the word perfect 10, and I really hate the way people use the word perfect to describe things that are far from perfect, not even acceptable or fit for purpose, and they say perfect. I don't understand why people use the word perfect. to describe things that aren't even really fit for purpose, especially when it comes to money or it comes to a product. Perfect to me is something that happens only in the place called utopia, where everything's perfect and there's no crying, there's no suffering, there's no fighting, and basically it's a perfect place, truly perfect. But in this world it's not perfect. Perfection is not in this world, and that's come up looking quite nice. I'm going to make it into something. But basically I just don't like the use and abuse of the word perfect. I know I'm being, maybe you could call that being perfectionistic, but I'm really a person who likes to leave the word perfect or perfection to what happens where you go when you die, to utopia. But most people don't think of utopia, they think of the here and now and what things are now. But I see utopia as the only place where perfect is real. So now we're just going to take this and we're going to make it into something interesting. I really miss my partner Luigi. I really do, and I'm trying to get this video stuff out there on free-to-air TV on the primetime news slot, which has been proven really extremely challenging, trying to get my work out there. I don't know if this is going to work. It looks interesting. Maybe we could use that. I do like the shape, the overall shape. And those give it a little bit of accent. 10 magazine. Yeah, perfect 10. I don't know. Don't know why it's called 10. Yeah, 10. I don't know why it's called 10. We'll just put that there and we're going to use this. But I really get annoyed at the misuse of the word perfect. As I said, I really struggle to accept the way people like to use the word to describe things that are of this existence only, things that are not really well made as they should be. Perfect is a word that I like to save, as I said, for utopia. Anyway, that looks really quite nice. I was actually thinking that was going to be the centre. Now I'm thinking it's here for some reason. But basically I get really lonely without my partner. I'm trying to get this stuff on television, folks. I really miss my partner Luigi. He's my long lost soulmate. Even our relationship is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be the closest thing there is to a perfect match. Closest thing in this world to a perfect match. I remember that show on television back in 1984. It was called Perfect Match, and I used to wish I could be. I was 11 years old at the time, and I wished I could have been 16 so I could go on the show and find, in inverted commas, my perfect match. But I'm glad it never happened, because it's just a TV game show, and it's a really good, very obvious way to pull ratings. It was to create that show. But I was only a kid and naive, so I would think it was that, but it wasn't. It's a game show. Not a game show in the normal sense, but it was a game. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. I think now, call this 10 demo. Quit.